Yo, what is up everybody, and welcome back to another Madden 17 Ultimate Team pack opening. Today, we are opening up some BCA offensive packs. We're opening up a bundle right here. Last week, the BCA defensive players were out, so you can only get guys like Eric Berry, etc. This week, unfortunately, my boy Berry's out of packs, but we do have some nice offensive players to replace them. Like you guys saw D'Angelo Williams, Ted Ginn, Teddy Bridgewater. Some of the elites are Larry Fitzgerald, I think he's an 88. Greg Olson's an 89 overall. And then the set master this week, like last week they had Aaron Rodgers, or I already spoiled it. Richard Sherman as the defensive set master. This week Aaron Rodgers is the offensive set master. It's pretty cheap to do the set, so we're gonna try to do it based on the cards we pull right here. And that 92 Aaron Rodgers, the set master, has the conductor chemistry. So definitely a card we want to add to our team. Get that bad man in our squad. And also we have, I believe, a team of the week pack coming up after this one. But what I do want to talk about during this pack opening today is some week 6 NFL action. So we did this last week. Might do a weekly thing doing pack openings like this and going over the picks. And last week we were pretty good with our picks. Most of them hit. Like I said, the Lions will play close against the Eagles. Some people call me crazy, and what do you know? The Lions actually won the game. I said the upset pick, even though like the Falcons had a good record, I think it was an upset the fact that they would win in Denver, and that's exactly what they did. And the one thing I did miss, I would think pretty badly, was the Bengals winning against the Cowboys. The Cowboys ran them out the gym. All right, besides 2 garbage time touchdowns, that game was not even as close as the score made it look. And Dak Prescott still playing well, and those guys are at home playing against the Green Bay Packers. You guys know the Cowboys have had trouble winning at home lately, especially against good teams. But of course, that's when they didn't have a good quarterback, and Dak Prescott's looking like a legitimate NFL QB going against Aaron Rodgers. It should be one heck of a game. I think the Packers pull it out. I'm going against the Cowboys again. It hurts me to say this as a Giants fan, but the Cowboys look good this year. It's hard to pick against the Packers. I feel like they didn't play too well last week, and I feel like they're going to play a better game, and that's just, you know, the Cowboys are just in the wrong time to play the Packers. I think Aaron Rodgers might be due for a pretty decent game against that secondary, but we'll see what happens. Meanwhile, also in the NFC, Philadelphia versus Washington should be a pretty big battle because both teams have good records. Washington's starting to step it up a little bit. I believe they're on a 3-game win streak right now after that win against the Ravens. And meanwhile, Philadelphia, you guys know their great start that got halted by the Lions. And I think the Eagles continue going. They get their win against the Redskins. Like, honestly, maybe this is just me being bitter, but I think the Redskins had a few fluky wins. And meanwhile, I think the Eagles look more like a complete team. Great defensive line, great front seven. Meanwhile, Washington, they, you know, had that pick 6 against CJ Mosley called off because he fumbled and all that stuff. I just think the Eagles are a better team. I think they win on the road. Pittsburgh versus Miami, we're not going to spend much time on that. Pittsburgh wins the game. If Miami wins the game, kudos to them. I just don't think it's happening. Bears versus Jags, I really don't want to talk about that one too much. I got the Bears winning, but I mean, I'd rather spend more time talking about key games. Tennessee over Cleveland is one of those key games. Why? Because this is one of Cleveland's best chances to actually win a game this year. This is a game they have to capitalize on. It's on the road, but it's probably their best road chance of winning this year. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they have 2 wins this season, but I don't think they've won 3 games in their last 2 seasons. So this is their first chance to get a 3-win season in a long time. So I'm sure Titans fans are thirsty for this win against the Browns. And I mean, this is their chance to really get something going as we pull Larry Fitzgerald at the topper. By the way, we pulled 0 elites out of that whole bundle. That was sickening. And, moving on, New England versus Cincinnati. Now, I missed and I said Cincinnati was looking pretty good. You know what? Let's just call it what it is. The Bengals are looking a little bit fraudulent. I thought that them losing Mohamed Sanu and Marvin Jones wouldn't be too much of a problem. You know what? I was wrong. It's a problem, and it's not going to be fixed playing in New England this week. So we're going to take the Patriots to win that game. Tom Brady looks like he's in mid-season form. There's no problem there. We're going to take them pretty safely. Now, Colin Kaepernick's coming back, and he's going against the Buffalo Bills. And you know what? I'm not sure they have enough to win against Buffalo because Buffalo's rolling right now. I think it's going to be a close game. I think the Niners and Bills should be a close game just because both teams might just make enough mistakes, etc. to keep it close. I'm just not sure you put the ball in Colin Kaepernick's hands. He's coming through towards the end of the 4th quarter. Maybe you give him a week or 2. I don't know. I just, you know, There's a reason why he's not starting, all right? There's a reason why Blaine Gabbert won the starting job in training camp. There's not too much good going on with Colin Kaepernick right now. Giants and Ravens. This is probably my biggest game to spotlight because I am actually going to this game, all right? I won some tickets off the AA Sports Mutt Twitter account. They're giving away 4 Giants tickets, and I somehow won it. So that was really cool. Shout out to EA. I'm going to be at that game. So the Ravens are up 21-0 at half. Tweet me some like Jordan Crime meme or some crap on my face because that's basically what I'm gonna be in the stands. But I'm gonna be there rooting the Giants on Sunday, and you know what? I'm just gonna pick the Giants to win. All right, I'm picking the Giants to win that game, but I really do believe the Giants could win because you know, we should be able to stop the Ravens' run game, and then that brings up Joe Flacco in the passing game, and they got a new offensive coordinator. It's looking like there's a few moving pieces. Their offensive line is completely banged up as we speak, and the Giants' secondary still might be banged up. I'm not too sure Flacco can take advantage, so it'll probably be a close game the way the Giants play. But, you know, I think the Giants win the game there. We move on to the Rams versus the Detroit Lions. I think the Rams pull out a big win just because, like, the Rams are a weird team. They win the games you don't expect them to win, and lose the games you expect them to win. And this is a game I feel like the people might be riding off the Rams since Detroit just won. So we're actually gonna take the Rams right here. Carolina versus New Orleans. I really don't know who to pick here. As we actually pull Amari Cooper. That was a pretty dope pull right there. And yes, so we are going to take Carolina to win this game against New Orleans, but I really don't know what's going to happen because, especially with the Saints, you just never know what's happening in their games in the Superdome. It could be some complete shootouts. Last year, Panthers versus Saints in the Superdome was one of the games of the year. It doesn't have that billing because no one has a good record in that game, but should be a pretty fun game to watch. I have the Panthers, but I would not be surprised if it goes the other way at all. Kansas City versus Oakland. I have Kansas City pulling the quote-unquote upset over the Oakland Raiders. The Raiders are off to a high-flying start this year, and I feel like someone's going to halt them, and the Chiefs, they're due to get back on track. They have a good team. They're coming off the bye, even though they got whooped in their last game on Sunday night. I feel like this is a game to get back on track for them, and Oakland maybe get grounded a little bit, but the Raiders winning won't be a surprise at all because they're playing some great ball this season. Derek Carr is one of the best quarterbacks out there this season, believe it or not. It seems kind of weird to say, but he is. Indianapolis versus Houston. I got the Colts winning the game. I just think that the Colts pull it off at home. Actually, they might not be at home. No, they're not at home, but I think they pull it off on the road. I feel like we're just going to take the better quarterback in that situation. Andrew Luck's the better quarterback. And finally, Arizona versus the Jets. The Jets are a little bit banged up. Revis might not play. Patrick Peterson definitely is. Patrick Peterson will be there to lock up Brandon Marshall, and that will help the Cardinals win the game. I think they win the game based off of defense, and that's the pick. So let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. Give me a let's go Giants, man, because I'm going to be at that game rooting for the Giants. They got to win this game for me. And until next time, you know, I'll catch you guys, and you have a good day.